So Tokyo Drift, was it better or worse than the first two? Check out Matic and I as he joins me to do our retro review. Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin. Joining me today is Matic. How you doing today?
Hello there, I'm doing fine today and I'm excited to review the Fast and the Furious movies in this franchise.
I'm excited to jump back into it too, like we did last week. So the odd number Fast and the Furiouses are on my channel. The even number are on Matic's channel. So if you want to watch our review of the first movie, you can check that out here on my channel. You want to watch our review of the second movie, go to Matic's channel. Right now, we're going to do Tokyo Drift, and for the fourth one, you can check that out over at Matic's channel. So this has been kind of fun. I've never seen these movies before. So this is my first time through this franchise. I got fresh eyes on this. Before we dive in, Matic, tell us a little bit about your channel.
So, on my channel you can find just standard movie reviews, trailer reactions, so pretty much the same channel as Durbin's channel. And I also have the second channel where I try to be a little more creative and I do my own movies. So, on my second channel you can check out the movie that I shot last year called Lethal Point. And I would be so grateful if you do that.
I mean, I've definitely checked that out. Check out the trailers, man. They got some high quality stuff, so make sure you check all of that out. So, as we get into Tokyo Drift, I have to say, Matic, I was surprised when I got into Tokyo Drift. Like, I enjoyed this one way more than the first two. I'm still not saying I love this movie and it's my favorite movie of all time, but I actually had a lot more fun with it. What did you think of Tokyo Drift?
Yeah, this one is the first one directed by Justin Lin, who directed some of the later ones also. And yes, the movie is directed very nicely. I must say that this one is far more better directed than the previous two, and also the editing in the action. I mean, the race sequences was so much more smooth, and you can actually see what is going on and everything. So, I mean, it isn't like a good movie or anything like that, but I mean, it is perfectly watchable, and you can just have a fun time while watching it. Yeah. So yeah, I would agree with you.
There were two really strong positives for me as I was watching this one. Like, the whole thing with drifting brought in such a different element to this movie for me. Like, the races all looked different and they were done different, and so I thought that was cool. So that was element number one that I enjoyed, that I thought brought something totally different to this movie, because I knew it was going to be a totally different cast going into this.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was kind of like, okay, I'm curious to see how they're going to pull this off. I know from later trailers, you know, they like morph it into the franchise and bring people over. So I'm curious to see how they do that. But the one character, man, that I loved and was so sad that they killed was Han.
Yeah, of course.
That dude is awesome.
Yeah.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
Why did they have to kill that guy? Seriously.
I have it in my notes, yeah, that he was kind of like a Vin Diesel character to Lucas Black's like Paul Walker character or something like that, if you can agree. Yeah, he was also by far my favorite character of this entire movie, and he was just such a cool character. He was just hanging out, and he is just the boss in this movie. Yeah, I would agree.
Oh yeah, like I don't know, like half the reason I enjoyed this movie was for him, because that lead dude, Sean, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
I did not like him. You know, and I know he had that like Alabama accent, was supposed to be, I don't know, some kind of rebel or something, but something about his character kind of rubbed me the wrong way from the beginning, and I just never attached to his character, never found him all that likable. But what saved it was Han and Bow Wow. Like, I like both of those characters in this movie. Like, I enjoyed them both. I thought they both kind of elevated that. So, I don't know. That's kind of what was the saving grace for me and helped me not mind Sean so much. And, yeah, his little love relationship with that girl, like, I could have cared less. But
yeah, I mean,
but I enjoyed Han, and I actually enjoyed the racing in this one a lot more.
Oh yeah, because it looks much nicer, and I mean, the camera work and everything, and the sound design, and it is just so much better, and you can.
Well, it's funny because from that first race where you meet Zachary, Ty, Brian in the beginning, which, by the way, the other thing I found kind of funny about this one is you're trying to make me believe these guys are under 18. They were in their 30s. I mean, you can watch that, and you can see these guys are in high school, but they're in their 30s. Yeah. But Zachary Ty Bryan, like, I didn't know he was in the opening of this movie. I'm like, hey, that's the oldest kid from Home Improvement, and he was a Smallville villain. And so I was like, cool, he's in this. And that opening race between them was pretty cool. And I was getting really mad at Sean because, you know, he drove through that house they were building and all that stuff. And I was like, you idiot. You idiot. First off, you shouldn't be surviving these wrecks. Secondly, do you know how much money you owe right now? You can't escape to Japan. You destroyed a house that was being built.
So yeah, I actually do not know that actor from the beginning, so I wasn't really all that shocked, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I looked at him and I didn't think oldest brother from Home Improvement first. Oh. I looked at him and went, Smallville, Season 2. He made the kryptonite inhaling thing to give himself strength, and he faced off against Clark Kent. Like, that's immediately what I thought.
Yeah, I also have in my notes, like, written down, he's 17?
Yeah.
Because he looks like he's 30 years old, and yeah.
Yeah, it was just funny to me. They're trying to pass, like, Sean and those other characters off as high schoolers, and
yeah.
I don't think any of them passed for being in high school. Bow Wow could have passed for somebody being in college, but none of them passed for somebody being in high school.
Okay, but what did you think? I'm not an expert when it comes to accents. Was like the Sean's accent, was it like spot on or something like that?
I mean, I think it was. It definitely sounded like he was a kid from Alabama with that southern accent.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like he was going to order sweet tea any given second. So like, the accent was good. It's just I didn't like his character. Like there was nothing about him that screamed leading man, and nothing about him that, you know, had that charisma. Like even Paul Walker, like watching the first two movies where he was not my favorite actor, there was still something about him. There was still something about Vin Diesel that, you know, they have that kind of presence where you're like, yeah, that's the lead guy of this movie. And this guy who played Sean, I wasn't feeling that. Like, there was nothing that attached me to his character.
Yeah. What did you think about, like, the most random opening credits ever?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and they're like, what is that one scene in the opening credits? They, like, spray someone down with, like, a car paint or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
And, you know, they never brought it back. Yeah. Because, like, I think you're supposed to be watching Sean, and you're seeing he's watching this kid be bullied, and maybe you're supposed to be like, oh, I see he doesn't agree with that, and you're supposed to, like, find some level of attachment to him, but it's like,
no.
Why didn't he stop the bullies? That would have been more effective to bring me into this character, but I don't know, like,
yeah.
It was so, like you said, it was just random, and it never came back to that stuff, so it's like, what did it even matter?
So yeah, once we get to Japan in the movie and you kind of like start figuring out where this movie is going, like, in my opinion, there were like too many scenes of just characters going to places and just like talking some stuff, and there were some parts where I was kind of bored with this movie. Like, it wasn't all that interesting because they were just walking from one place to another. Okay, he's racing now and he's racing one more time there, and it was just like, yeah, it was kind of like just there, and it didn't really have like that. It wasn't that interesting that it could have been. Like, that's just my little opinion, but I mean, overall it is a pretty watchable movie, and it is kind of entertaining. I don't actually think if I like it more than the second one. It is better made than the second one, that's for sure, but and also better directed, yeah, and everything. But I mean, maybe when it comes to characters, maybe I liked Paul Walker and Tyrese a little more in the second one, but I'm not quite sure yet, so yeah.
I think I could agree with that. Like, in terms of characters, Paul Walker and Tyrese, Paul Walker and Vin Diesel were far better, but I really loved Han. Like, I cannot believe how fast I got attached to Han in so short a time. And I don't know, like you said though, like as a film, I thought it was made better. Like that shot where they drift through that crowd in that intersection right before Han dies. That whole slow motion shot, like that was so freaking cool.
I know.
So like, yeah, in terms of a movie, it was more entertaining for me to watch than the first two, and it kind of engaged me more than the first two. But like you said though, in terms of characters, I did like Paul Walker's character better, and I did like Vin Diesel's character better, but Han kind of sold me on this movie.
Yes, of course, and I have it in my notes, like, some of the shots are just so well done. And also, like, during the first drifting scene when he, like, races DK, and he, like, some of the stuff that they do, like, when you can see, like, the car just missing the wall for like an inch, and that was like very well done. Like, you can see that.
Yeah, that was well done.
Yeah, it turns into a CGI car, but like it does look, it is blended very well with like the practical effects and everything.
There were some pretty cool moments in this. My biggest negative with this movie was Sean. I did not like him. I like Sean's dad. I wish Sean's dad had a bigger role. And then the whole thing between Sean and the girl, like, I don't know. Like I said earlier, I could have cared less. So, I guess anything centering around Sean other than his dad, I didn't care for. But the other characters I liked, and overall as a movie, I thought it was much better made. Definitely better than a D than the other two, where I gave the other two a D. This one I'm definitely giving a C+. I enjoyed it more.
Yes, I'm going to give it the same grade as the second one. I'm going to give this one 5 out of 10 stars. You can watch it, you can enjoy it or anything like that, but I mean, the direction is pretty well done, but like the script and the characters just weren't that great. And also, like, the bad guy, the DK, I thought that he was kind of like a horrible actor in this movie. Especially some scenes when he was just like from the corner just watching Sean, and he was like smiling, and
it was weird.
It wasn't really. Yeah. And also, we talked about a certain character before, now we can talk about the last cameo in the movie. What did you think about that?
Oh yeah, Vin Diesel. Yeah. Going into this, I knew this one is really, like, in the timeline, what is it, after the 5th movie? So...
it happens at the same time as the 7th one.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah.
Fascinating. So, like, I knew timeline-wise it came later, so I'm curious now to watch these next movies build to where we are in Tokyo Drift. But it was cool to watch Vin Diesel pop in at the end there and know some of the old cast is coming back.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I guess that this was it for our thoughts about the third one, right?
Yeah. I feel like that's it. So, what are your thoughts on Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift? Make sure to let us know in the comments. While you're there, hit that subscribe button, become a Durbanian, and check out Matit's channel, because over on his channel we're reviewing the 4th one, which I think is just simply called Fast and Furious. Am I correct?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Of course.
So if you want to check out our review on the 4th movie, that's over at Matit's channel right now. So you could just click that link, head over to his channel, check out that review, and Matic, tell us one more time about your channels.
Yes, you can just search my name on YouTube, and you will find my channel where I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, just ordinary stuff. I'm just a big movie fan, and I want to like talk about my love for movies on my channel. And also I have a second channel, Studio V Productions, where you can check out the movie that I shot last year. There are some trailers there, and also the full movie is up there. We made it for no budget, and we are very proud of it, so that would be awesome if you check it out.
Well, check out his channel, subscribe to his channels, and thank you so much for checking out this video here on Durbania for our review of the 4th Fast and the Furious movie. Head over right now to Matit's channel. I'm Durbin. This is Matic. Thank you for checking out Durbania.